Stop watching MrBeast videos without knowing these secrets. Have you ever found yourself binge-watching MrBeast videos, completely captivated by the wild challenges and jaw-dropping giveaways, only to wonder if there's more to the story than meets the eye? Well, folks, you better brace yourselves because we're diving deep into the secrets behind one of YouTube's biggest stars. You won't believe some of the allegations and eyebrow-raising tactics that have come to light recently. So, before you hit play on the next MrBeast video, make sure you know these secrets. First off, let's tackle the elephant in the room. Are MrBeast videos genuinely fair and authentic? The controversy has been brewing, and people are raising some pretty serious claims. MrBeast has long been celebrated for his massive challenges and life-changing prizes, but some shady behavior behind the scenes might be casting a shadow over all that glitz and glamour. One of the main allegations floating around is that MrBeast manipulates and fakes his game show videos to favor certain contestants. Imagine watching a video, rooting for your favorite contestant, only to find out later that the game was rigged all along. Critics argue that friends and employees of MrBeast have an unfair advantage, possibly being chosen to win big money prizes over regular participants. It leaves the rest of us wondering if we've been duped into believing in the authenticity of it all. Not convinced yet? Let's dig even deeper. Beyond personal biases, there's talk of illegal lotteries during his t-shirt signing events. That's right. Activities that should spread joy could be crossing legal lines. If true, this raises serious ethical and legal concerns about how giveaways are conducted and the fine line between fun promotions and unlawful conduct. And speaking of things that sound too good to be true, let's talk about the Feast of Blessed chocolate bars. Initially marketed as a healthy treat, they were wildly popular among younger audiences. However, the formula got a shakeup somewhere along the line, and these chocolate bars were suddenly more about the gamble and less about the goodies. It's speculated that the product became akin to lottery tickets, deliberately designed to entice children into the thrill of a gamble. Changing the recipe while marketing to kids, that's something worth pondering, right? Now, grab your popcorn and hang tight because the drama doesn't end there. There's a storm cloud hanging over Chris Tyson, a close associate of MrBeast. Rumors swirl around Chris's questionable behaviors, particularly concerning interactions with minors. The unsettling accusations suggest that the team might have had a clue about these inappropriate actions, yet chose to keep a lid on it. As if that wasn't enough, the Beast Games Amazon show has come under fire for creating a dangerous and mismanaged environment. Contestants have reported injuries, being denied food and medication, and having an overall nightmarish experience. Imagine signing up for the adventure of a lifetime, only to be met with such grueling conditions. It's no wonder that multiple contestants who face these issues came forward to share their harrowing stories, even choosing to remain anonymous to avoid possible backlash. You might be wondering, with all these accusations buzzing around, how has MrBeast's team responded? A character by the name of Chucky, yes, a supposed key member of MrBeast's team, popped up on Twitter attempting to debunk the allegations. Chucky's bio claims he's the co-founder of a certain startup and runs ideas and thumbnails for MrBeast. Yet, considering his frantic dive into the PR swamp, he might also moonlight as the unofficial head of damage control. Chucky's so-called debunking starts off with pointing the finger at Dawson, labeling him as a salty employee who was sacked for erratic behavior and claims to know inside scoops about videos he allegedly wasn't part of. But instead of clearing the air, Chucky droned on about trivial matters like whether someone winked or if a random raccoon was genuinely wild or a paid actor. Seriously? If you're facing charges like manipulating games and running illegal lotteries, you might think Chucky would focus on those. Instead, Chucky dodged the big bullets and handed us a bunch of hot air, leaving the more critical accusations untouched. He mentioned spreadsheets, but not the crux of the issue, like literally paying the one guy from the boys' team to take a hike, so the girls' team would have a shot at winning in the 100 boys versus 100 girls video. If that's not manipulating results, I don't know what is. And the nerve. Staging elaborate scenes with CGI and misleading viewers? It's like pulling a fast one on millions of fans. When it comes to favoritism, how about Mac, an employee who randomly tanked a challenge on purpose and got a car for his lackluster effort? Some employees leaving competitions halfway through to give their team an advantage? Well, color me shocked. Everyone loves a good plot twist, but not when it rigs the odds in someone's favor unfairly. Meanwhile, Dawson fired back with his own rebuttal, icing Chucky's debunking attempts and standing firm on his accusations about the fakeness and fabrications. It's almost comical how Chucky skips past the heavy stuff like illegal lotteries and contestants getting favor treatment and goes on about minor details that barely scratch the surface. Dawson even points out that during one challenge, contestants were treated differently based on their affiliations. It's getting messier and messier, don't you think? And it's not just about rigging games and dodging transparency. The Beast Games debacle on Amazon has opened a box of worms. Some crew members voiced their concerns, pointing out the production had cut corners on safety and well-being, which could have led to serious mishaps. Certainly not the rose-colored world MrBeast presents to his audience. Rosanna Pansino, a notable contestant, claimed she was being silenced, with her videos being geo-blocked internationally. Things get even sketchier when we hear that MrBeast supposedly requested the show be non-union, possibly to skirt around paying the crew fair wages and benefits. Rosanna's statements underline the growing distrust. She mentions directly liaising with the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, IATSE, which represents over 168,000 members working behind the scenes, and highlights that the show wasn't adhering to the necessary safety protocols. This isn't some minor oversight, it speaks to a bigger issue of prioritizing production costs over human safety and proper treatment. A bigger picture emerges if we stitch together all these threads. A brand that built itself heroically as a beacon of generosity and fun might be using shady practices to maintain its glittering facade. From allegedly promoting gambling to an impressionable audience, skipping safety measures, and potentially compromising legal boundaries, the narrative flips from awe-inspiring to alarming. In the realm of the hyper-competitive YouTube landscape, ethics can take a backseat as creators vie for maximum engagement and virality. But when it comes to someone with the influence and reach of MrBeast, we're talking about a different league altogether. Drawing in billions of views, influencing millions of young minds, and boasting a bevy of lucrative brand deals, the responsibility skyrockets. If MrBeast's content prompts a rigorous examination of its ethical standings, it's because with great power comes great responsibility. This explosive insight brings us back to the initial allure of MrBeast, his wild challenges, outlandish generosity, and the feel-good content that keeps us glued to our screens. But now, being aware of these potential shadows behind the spotlight, every view commands a bit more scrutiny. Does this mean you should quit watching MrBeast altogether? Not necessarily. Awareness is key. By knowing these allegations and understanding the deeper mechanics, you empower yourself as a more discerning viewer. You can better separate the entertainment value from potential exploitation. The importance of transparency for influencers cannot be overstated. In an era where digital content creators wield power comparable to traditional media moguls, their ethical choices ripple far beyond their primary audience. MrBeast's ethos should align with the high pedestal he's placed on. Let's stay vigilant, keep the conversations going, and demand accountability. After all, it's not just about the high-octane entertainment anymore. It's about integrity, trust, and the impact on an impressionable audience. To sum up, as the curtain lifts on these behind-the-scenes revelations, it casts a different light on our favorite YouTube philanthropist. Next time you enjoy a MrBeast challenge or root for a contestant amid the chaos, remember these secrets. Stay informed, stay critical, and most importantly, keep watching, but with eyes that see more than what's just on the screen. So there you have it, folks. Continue indulging in the magnetic world of MrBeast, but with a penchant for the truth and an acumen for fun laced with fairness. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never stop questioning. Catch you on the flip side. We love you, MrBeast.